If you're a man over 60, listen closely. This isn't just another health video, it's a wake-up call. You may think you're making healthy choices by eating more fruit, but what if I told you some of your favorite fruits could actually be making your prostate problems worse? You see, prostate health isn't just about what you add to your diet, it's also about knowing what's quietly causing more harm than good. As a doctor, I've seen firsthand how men trying to eat clean can unknowingly trigger inflammation and irritation in an already sensitive prostate. Night after night of waking up to pee, days spent with that constant nagging urgency. Does any of this sound familiar? You're not alone. And here's the good news. By understanding which fruits to cut back on and what to replace them with, you can finally find relief and start sleeping peacefully through the night again. In today's video, we'll uncover the 5 fruits that might be sabotaging your prostate health, plus the smarter swaps that can help you take back control. So stick around because every detail here could be the missing link between restless nights and calm, comfortable days. Let's get started. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Fruit 1. Apples. For generations, apples have been celebrated as a symbol of health, even earning the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." They're loaded with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support heart health and digestion. But when it comes to men over 60 managing an enlarged prostate, this fruit isn't as innocent as it seems. Scientific evidence shows that apples are rich in natural fructose. In moderation, fructose can be part of a balanced diet. However, a 2018 study published in Frontiers in Oncology highlighted how excess fructose can drive inflammation throughout the body, including in the prostate. Chronic inflammation, as many men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH know, is a key factor that can worsen symptoms like frequent urination, urgency, and that nagging feeling of never fully emptying your bladder. Consider John, a 68-year-old retired teacher. John loved his daily apple routine, often starting the day with a crisp Granny Smith. But as his BPH symptoms worsened, he was shocked to learn how even this beloved fruit might be adding fuel to the fire. Working with his doctor, John reduced his apple intake and swapped it for lower fructose fruits like blueberries. Within weeks, he noticed less nighttime urgency and a steadier stream, which let him reclaim restful sleep. The other factor with apples is portion size. Many men think of fruit as a free pass, but even healthy foods can tip the scales when eaten in excess. One large apple has about 25 grams of sugar, natural, yes, but still significant for a body trying to keep inflammation in check. And when you turn apples into juice, you lose the fiber that helps slow sugar absorption, creating a faster spike in blood sugar and potentially a bigger hit to your prostate's fragile balance. It's not about banishing apples entirely. In fact, the fiber in apples can be beneficial for bowel health, which indirectly supports prostate comfort. But moderation is key. Eating a smaller apple with its skin on, enjoying it as part of a balanced meal, and skipping the juice can make all the difference. Your body, especially your prostate, thrives on balance. Too much of even a healthy thing can throw that off. But apples are just the beginning. There's another sweet, sun-kissed fruit that, despite its juicy reputation, can create even more trouble for men managing an enlarged prostate. Ready to find out which one it is? Let's keep going. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. Fruit 2. Melons like cantaloupe. For many of us, biting into a sweet, refreshing slice of cantaloupe or honeydew is like tasting summer itself. These fruits are more than just delicious. They're hydrating, low in calories, and brimming with vitamins like A and C. Yet for men over 60 who are managing an enlarged prostate, what seems like a healthy habit can quietly turn into an unexpected source of discomfort. Melons have an extremely high water content, up to 90%, which seems like a good thing. After all, hydration is crucial for overall health. But here's where the science and personal experience of countless men come in. That surge of fluids can overwhelm a bladder that's already under strain from an enlarged prostate. The prostate naturally surrounds the urethra, and when it grows, it can pinch the tube that carries urine out of the body, making it hard to fully empty the bladder. Adding in the extra liquid from a few slices of melon can create a perfect storm of urgency and incomplete voiding. Take Robert, a 72-year-old retired firefighter who loved nothing more than enjoying cantaloupe at his breakfast table. He never suspected that this sweet fruit could be contributing to his endless nighttime bathroom trips. After reading about the connection between fluid intake and BPH symptoms, he decided to experiment by shifting his melon snacking to earlier in the day and cutting back in the evenings. The change was profound. Fewer nighttime wake-ups, deeper sleep, and the renewed energy to get back to his early morning walks. Research backs up Robert's experience. Studies in the Journal of Urology confirm that men with BPH often report increased nocturia, the need to urinate during the night when their fluid intake is highest in the hours before bedtime. Melons, with their rapid digestion and diuretic-like effect, can be especially problematic if enjoyed too close to lights out. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate melons entirely. Far from it. Their vitamins and antioxidants can be a healthy part of your diet when eaten mindfully, but timing and moderation are everything. If you love the sweet relief of melon on a summer day, consider savoring it with lunch rather than in the evening. Your prostate and your sleep will thank you. But the story doesn't end here. There's another fruit, humble and wholesome in appearance, that's been silently stirring up problems for men with BPH. Let's take a closer look at how this seemingly simple choice can ripple through your nights and leave you searching for relief. Fruit. 3. Pears. For decades, pears have held a quiet charm in American kitchens. Their gentle sweetness, delicate texture, and natural fiber have made them a staple in everything from breakfast tables to elegant desserts. Many seniors rely on pears as a healthy, satisfying snack, something that seems to support digestion and overall wellness. But for men over 60 dealing with an enlarged prostate, these seemingly harmless fruits can become a subtle source of added pressure and discomfort. The secret lies in the unique composition of pears. Pears are rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which typically helps with bowel regularity and can ease constipation, an important factor for prostate comfort. However, they're also high in natural sugars and fermentable fibers like fructans. When these fibers enter the digestive system, they can ferment in the gut, producing gas and bloating. This added bloating doesn't just cause abdominal discomfort, it can put extra pressure on the already swollen prostate and sensitive bladder. Take the story of Michael, a 67-year-old grandfather who had always loved the mild sweetness of Bartlett pears. Each morning, he'd enjoy a fresh pear with his oatmeal, convinced it was the perfect start to a healthy day. But as he began experiencing more frequent trips to the bathroom and that annoying sense of incomplete emptying, he felt puzzled and frustrated. It wasn't until he worked with his urologist and a nutritionist that he realized how even the healthiest fruits can have unintended effects when consumed in excess or without awareness. Scientific studies back this up. Research in the journal Neurourology and Urodynamics found that increased abdominal pressure, often caused by gas and bloating, can exacerbate urinary urgency and frequency in men with BPH. While pears are undoubtedly a nutritious choice, they can tip the scales when consumed too liberally, especially in those whose digestive systems become more sensitive with age. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate pears entirely. Instead, think about how they fit into your overall diet. If you love the gentle taste of a ripe pear, consider slicing it thinly and enjoying it as part of a balanced meal rather than eating large whole pears every day. Listen to your body's signals. Sometimes just cutting back can ease that bloated feeling and give your prostate a welcome break. But pears aren't the only everyday fruit that can stealthily stir up trouble for your prostate. There's another tropical favorite, one that seems almost too good to be true with its creamy texture and golden sweetness. Could this humble fruit be the next hidden culprit in your quest for comfort? Let's take a closer look at what makes it such a complicated piece of the puzzle. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. Fruit. 4. Papaya. For many of us, papaya conjures up images of sunny mornings and tropical breezes. Its creamy texture and sweet flavor feel like a gentle indulgence, something that whispers of vacation and easy days. This fruit is often praised for its digestive benefits thanks to the enzyme papain that can help soothe upset stomachs. But when it comes to men over 60 dealing with an enlarged prostate, papaya may not be the soothing choice it seems. Papaya's natural enzymes, while beneficial for digestion, can act as irritants in some men with sensitive lower urinary tracts. Scientific studies, including research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, show that papain and similar proteolytic enzymes can increase blood flow and, in certain situations, even trigger inflammation in delicate tissues. For men already struggling with the constant pressure of an enlarged prostate, this can be enough to tip them from mild discomfort to relentless irritation. Consider the experience of Thomas, a 70-year-old retired mechanic. After years of faithfully adding papaya to his morning smoothies, he noticed his nightly bathroom trips were getting worse. Despite his belief that papaya was helping his gut, he didn't realize it was also gently nudging his prostate and bladder into a state of higher sensitivity. After he cut back on papaya and switched to fruits that were gentler on his system, like blueberries and pears, Thomas found that his nights grew quieter, and he woke up feeling truly rested for the first time in years. The high sugar content of papaya is another piece of the puzzle. Though it's natural sugar, it still contributes to the low-grade chronic inflammation that can exacerbate BPH symptoms. And for many men, that sweet bite can be a daily habit, not just an occasional treat. It's a classic case of how something that's technically healthy can quietly undermine your prostate health when consumed in excess. The takeaway here isn't to declare papaya the enemy. In moderation, it can still be part of a varied, balanced diet. But if you're wrestling with urgency, frequency, or that maddening feeling of never fully emptying your bladder, it's worth asking, could that tropical sweetness be pushing your symptoms further than you realized? But don't worry, there are plenty of fruits that can offer the antioxidants and gentle nourishment your body needs without adding to your discomfort. So what should you reach for instead to give your prostate a break and your nights a little peace? Let's find out together in the next chapter of this journey. Fruit. 5. Grapes. What should you eat instead? For many of us, grapes are a symbol of simple pleasure. Sweet, juicy, and convenient, they seem like the perfect healthy snack, something you can pop in your mouth without a second thought. They're rich in antioxidants, particularly resveratrol, which has been linked to heart health and longevity. But if you're a man over 60 managing an enlarged prostate, it's time to take a closer look at what this seemingly innocent fruit might be doing behind the scenes. Grapes are packed with natural sugars. A small handful can quickly add up to 20 grams of sugar, even though they taste light and refreshing. Research published in the journal Prostate Cancer and Prostatic Diseases has shown that excess sugar, no matter how natural, can fuel chronic inflammation throughout the body. For men already dealing with the swelling and discomfort of BPH, this low-grade inflammation can tip the scales from manageable symptoms to frequent, frustrating bathroom trips and restless nights. There's another side to grapes that often gets overlooked: tannins. These compounds, found in grape skins and seeds, can be mildly irritating to the lining of the bladder and urinary tract in some men. For someone with an already enlarged prostate pressing on the urethra, that irritation can amplify urgency and discomfort, creating a cycle of inflammation and frustration that's hard to break. Consider the story of Edward, a 74-year-old retired postal worker. For years, grapes were his go-to snack, a comforting, familiar food that reminded him of simpler times. But as his nightly bathroom trips multiplied, Edward began to wonder if his healthy habit might be playing a role. After discussing it with his doctor, he decided to swap out his daily bowl of grapes for a small serving of blueberries instead. Within weeks, Edward noticed fewer bathroom interruptions at night and a general sense of calm he hadn't felt in years. The swap was simple, but the results were profound. So, what should you eat instead? Focus on fruits that are lower in natural sugars and gentler on your bladder. Blueberries are a fantastic choice. They're packed with antioxidants and have a lower sugar content than grapes. Studies have shown that blueberries may even help reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the prostate. Strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are other great options. They offer a satisfying sweetness without overwhelming your system, and their high fiber content can also support healthy digestion. A bonus for prostate health. Pears and apples, when eaten in moderation and as part of a balanced diet, can also be good choices. Their lower acidity compared to citrus fruits makes them easier on the bladder, and they're less likely to spike inflammation than high-sugar fruits like grapes. If you're someone who loves the refreshing quality of watermelon, try swapping it for cucumber slices or cantaloupe earlier in the day to minimize nighttime trips. Ultimately, it's about listening to your body and finding the balance that works for you. Every small change you make, like trading grapes for blueberries, can be a powerful step toward less irritation, fewer bathroom interruptions, and a more peaceful night's sleep. But even with these smart swaps, how do you pull it all together? How do you create a plan that supports your prostate health and still lets you enjoy the foods you love? Let's bring it all home in the final chapter of this journey, your roadmap to reclaiming your comfort and confidence. Conclusion: embracing balance and listening to your body. As we wrap up this deep dive into the fruits that can silently stir up prostate troubles, I hope you're not just feeling more informed, I hope you're feeling empowered. Because here's the truth, taking care of your prostate health isn't about fear, restriction, or denying yourself life's simple pleasures. It's about paying attention, making mindful choices, and honoring what your body is telling you. Throughout this journey, we've seen how even healthy, natural foods like apples, melons, pears, papayas, and grapes can tip the scales when it comes to inflammation and urinary symptoms. You've learned how the natural sugars in fruits, the acidity that can irritate the bladder, and the unique enzymes in some tropical favorites can all contribute to a cycle of discomfort, especially for men with BPH. But here's what's most important. None of these foods are inherently bad. It's about moderation, timing, and being curious enough to notice how they fit into your body's rhythm. Think back to the stories of men like John, Robert, Michael, Thomas, and David. Each of them thought they were making healthy choices, but they discovered that even the best intentions can sometimes go awry if you're not in tune with how your body responds. They didn't stop enjoying food. They didn't strip away the joy of a ripe piece of fruit. They simply listened, adjusted, and found a new kind of balance. And that's what I hope you take away from this. You don't have to live at the mercy of your prostate symptoms. Small tweaks like switching to berries rich in inflammation-fighting antioxidants or moving melon snacks earlier in the day can create profound relief over time. Your journey doesn't stop here. It's about paying attention to every detail of your diet and your lifestyle. Hydration, movement, stress levels, all of which play a part in how your prostate feels. The choices you make every day, even the small ones, are powerful acts of self-care. And that's what this is really about. Reclaiming your comfort, your confidence, and the quiet nights that help you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on life's joys again. So here's my final thought for you. Stay curious, keep listening, keep adjusting, and know that every mindful choice you make, whether it's what's on your plate or how you move through the world, is a step toward a healthier, more comfortable life. You deserve that. Your body will thank you, and your prostate will too.